Today we paint this beautiful miniature Misty from Neko Galaxy. We're going to use my gallery airbrush today and we start the painting with a Zenithal Prime. In this video, I'm going to show you how we thin and airbrush Warpaint's Fanatics. Painting with the airbrush is the most efficient way to paint skin. However, later in the video, I'm going to show you and share tips on how to refine your skin painting via glazes. Hi, I'm Don. Welcome to my studio. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. Also, special thanks to The Army Painter for making this video possible. Oh, don't forget to check my discount codes and affiliate links below. I got a couple of miniatures from Neko Galaxy a while back. Misty here is one of those miniatures. It's a resin cast miniatures with very nice details. One of my favorite parts included in the package is this card. The card is very thick and nice and I use it to smoothen down my wet palette paper. The miniatures only require a little bit of cleanup and of course the parts fit together very nicely. Even though the resin parts fit together very nicely, I still highly recommend that you dry fit before gluing the parts together. I did not glue Misty on her base and I also did not glue the umbrella for easier painting. Like I said, this miniature from Neko Galaxy is a very high quality miniature, so building it or putting them together is very fun. It's fun and easy prep work before painting. Once you're done with the prep work and gluing of some of the parts, the miniature needs a quick cleanup with soap and water, and then you're ready to paint. I'm using my Gallery Swallowtail airbrush for the airbrushing of this miniature. We're just doing a quick and loose Zenithal Prime here so that I have an option to paint with Speed Paints or Warpaint's Fanatics. I eventually just used the Zenithal Prime for the painting of the skin though. We start with Blanched Berry from the John Blanche Paint Collection. This color is our shadow color and I'm painting it just on the undersides of the miniature. I did not paint this color on the white areas of our Zenithal Prime so that our midtones will have a brighter finish. Now we paint our midtones. We're using Jasper Skin. We're painting this mostly on the sides and top areas of the miniature. Airbrush painting is directional, so just try to avoid painting the underside so that we don't paint over the previous color. Now that was super quick, maybe 10 minutes minus the cleanup of the airbrush. Now we have a base and shadow color for our skin. Now we paint with Tourmaline Skin. This is also part of the warm skin tones triad. Tourmaline Skin serves as our pre-highlight color. We painted mostly from the top since this is our pre-highlight color. I'm using a 0.5 airbrush, but if you have a smaller needle, you'll get better results. Now I want to shift the skin to a more Asian skin looking finish, so we blast the miniature with a little bit of warm skin shade to make it more yellow-orange. After a couple of passes of warm skin shade, I'm pretty happy with the result. I think at this point we only spent 20 or maybe 30 minutes in the painting of the skin. Now if you find value out of this video, do give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. After the airbrushing of the skin, I decided to paint the rest of the miniature black. I want a very sketchy and high contrast painting on the rest of the miniature. However, we'll show the painting of the non-skin parts in a different video. I still did not glue Misty and the umbrella so that the painting is easier. If I glue the umbrella, especially the umbrella, it will be difficult to paint the back areas of Misty. I applied a couple of thin passes of matte varnish before doing glazes. I then let the varnish cure overnight. The last color we used was Tourmaline Skin, but now we jump to Leopard Stone Skin. We start with fat glazes of Leopard Stone Skin. Fat glazes simply means that you do not add too much transparency to the paint. You simply thin it around 3 parts paint to 1 part medium, or 2 parts paint to 1 part medium. When I start my glazing, I do not like starting it with very thin glazes. I like to use fatter glazes so that I sketch or block the areas where I want the colors to be. Obviously, fatter glazes will help you build up the colors faster, but they are not as smooth as thin glazes. So I use the same color as thinner glazes for the second or third pass. Once you're happy with your initial glazing with fat glazes, we now proceed to applying thinner glazes to smoothen down our layering. Overall, I think I spent around a couple of hours in the glazing of the skin. I spent a little bit too much hours on the butt though. Also, you'll notice in the video that I apply my glazes via stippling. This allows me not to blend the colors too much and it creates a very nice skin texture. Now we jump to Brain Matter Beige. This is our final highlight color for now. I applied Brain Matter Beige thin glazes in a couple of passes. Since this is our final highlight color, I apply this in very small areas. Applying highlight colors to smaller areas will give more volume to your painting. You could simply use white paint, thin down with medium as your final highlights. Since you added transparency to the white paint, it won't be white anyways. Now once you're happy with your final highlights, we could now glaze down to darker colors to smoothen the whole painting. I chose to use Sunburst Ochre to add warmth to our skin. I thinned down this midtone and our shadow colors very thinly, even thinner than our thin glazes. Now we're using Carnelian Skin for our final shade for now. You may also use washes via stippling or even with your airbrush for your final shades. I chose to stipple glaze though so that I create more textures. The skin painting at the end of the video is not really the final result because I like to judge the skin painting after I painted the rest of the miniature. After painting the rest of the miniature, I could then decide if I need to add more shadows or highlights to the skin. Now we finished the painting today by painting with Brain Matter Beige for more final highlights. This extra layer of highlights will help me brighten up the painting because it will darken a little bit after curing. Now before my final thoughts, a huge thanks to all my patrons at Patreon, Hajime Model Studio, and of course, The Army Painter for making this video possible. So like I said in my socials, I kinda spent a little bit more time on the reader part. Kidding aside, this process is a very straightforward process. You don't even need to be good with your airbrush. However, you have to be comfortable at glazing. You saw in this video that I apply glazes via fat and thin glazes. I use the fat or fatter glazes to sketch or block where I want the colors to be, and then I use the thinner glazes to smoothen down the transitions. The easiest way to apply glazes is to apply them via stippling. This will create texture and you won't be pressured to blend too much. Another important trick to glazing is to make sure that you let the previous layers dry before applying more glazes.
That's it, Pansit. I hope you like this video. Do like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. Until next video, guys. Bye!
If you like this video, do check out these other videos.